for UCLA. So, this presentation and the paper from which it is derived are the results of a summer-long research project which sought to better understand the experiences of undocumented college students and to find ways in which their institutions could better support these students throughout their college careers. We studied four main areas of the lives of these students: the access to mental health services, the tools and strategies which these students use to navigate their path to higher education, access to financial aid, and structure of family relationships. We interviewed 18 participants who self-identified as either documented or recipients of the DACA program, AB 540 students, or as undocumented students. Our participants were aged 18 to 23, and they had either been currently enrolled at the time of our study or had been enrolled within a year that our study was done. The four main themes which frame our recommendations and this presentation include the improvement of counseling services available at universities, outreach programs, financial aid, and improvement of housing opportunities for undocumented students. So this is, we'll first go into a little bit of detail about counseling services and the types of services that these students require. So undocumented students are facing stressors that not only encompass the breadth of the regular college experience, things like stresses with college and personal relationships, things like that, but additionally, they have stressors related to the stigmatization of their identity, whether racial or in relation to their documentation status. Studies have shown that even just the perception of discrimination among college students can have negative effects on their self-esteem. And so these are students that need to be adequately supported during this time because they have just the regular stressors that any college student can face, but in addition to that, they're often stigmatized for either their racial identities or their undocumented student identities. And often, in addition to this, these students who are not recipients of the DACA program have to face a constant fear of deportation, and even the students that are lucky enough to receive DACA, many times they still have to face the issue of potential deportation of one or more family members. So these are students who are dealing with a lot throughout their college experience. So when all of these things are taken into account, it becomes pretty clear that the community requires counseling, which they feel comfortable approaching in order to helpfully navigate their college experience. So as you can see by this quote up here by a student that we interviewed, Anna, many documented students do not necessarily feel comfortable approaching the services that are available in terms of counseling. These are services that are provided by the university to just any college student. At our particular institution, you have, I think, 6 appointments that you can go to counselor for, but these students don't necessarily feel comfortable actually accessing this. These are students who describe their experiences growing up as growing up in the shadows and trying to stay, quote, under the radar. And so they're very distrustful of authority figures, and they don't really feel comfortable going into a center that's going to ask them to self-identify as a documented student. And so it is for these reasons that these centers which do offer psychological counseling that is needed by the community have to sort of reach out into the community and establish that bond, establish that trust, and be able to form a relationship with the community so that students do feel comfortable going to them. But additionally, it's not only necessary that these counseling centers sort of get to know the community, but also gain a better understanding of the actual issues which are facing these students, because as another student put it, you will really only feel comfortable going to someone that you feel is going to understand your struggles. And so if they go into a center where they're not only hesitant because they're not sure that they're going to feel comfortable sort of opening up about these undocumented experiences, but in addition to this, they have this perception that the centers don't really understand what it's like to be an undocumented student. These students are just not going to access these services, and it's so vital that the community has a place to open up and has a place to discuss these very difficult issues. And so that is the recommendation that we are making to higher centers for higher institutions, but also high school counseling centers. I think is really important because in college the centers are necessary to help the student navigate throughout their college experience. But in high school, you need to help them get to college, and so it's really vital for both institutions.
Hi everyone. Thanks. I'm really nervous. Okay, information about going to college is something really crucial for any pre-college students. And most of those pre-college students get their information about how to apply to college through outreach programs. For undocumented students, the access to these outreach programs are very limited. And even when they do so, those programs are not geared towards helping them according to their undocumented status. So in our study, we found that the majority of those that were accepted as freshmen, they report not having information or not having received information about their undocumented status while they were on those outreach programs. So, because we know that it's really important to raise awareness, about the presence of undocumented students in those outreach programs, we recommend that we should overall, raise awareness of the presence of undocumented students among school personnel, including counselors, directors of programs, teachers, so that they can facilitate this information to undocumented students. And also, what we see, is that we can create, a more inclusive outreach protocols or protocols that are more inclusive, about undocumented students, that they can also facilitate not only how to apply for college, not only to disseminate what are the requirements to become a college student, but also, how to actually apply when you don't have the proper document status. And we also suggest that those programs or schools can create, a web page on the website, posting information about how to resources that are available for undocumented students. The state legislature has, before the California Dream Act came into place, cost came to be, one of the major barriers that undocumented students, were facing when they were trying to have access to education. But, and one of the participants, he expressed, I struggled the first 2 years academically because I felt like I was so worried about trying to find ways to pay for college, for school, that I wasn't really, I guess, invested in my academics. I could have been. This only shows, that because they were not receiving state funding or financial aid, they will have to be working in what they call, or what we call, under the table jobs, right? In order to see how they can find the money in order to pay for their education. Thanks to the California Dream Act, this has eased the burden on the student, and they can now have the full experience of being a college student full time. Our recommendations is that even though our study we surveyed people that are exceptional because they're already at these upper tier research institution, we still finding that there may be some other students that have the potential, but they may not have the information and how to actually have access. So our recommendation is that institutions or practitioners should provide information on how to actually fill out the application for the financial aid. And also another way is to be more proactive, find key partners that can provide that legal assistance because we know that there are multiple programs at the state level and the federal level, and sometimes, it's really hard to actually see how we can navigate the systems. So one way to overcome that obstacle could be, by finding key partners who can provide that legal assistance. California Dream Act has made the education more affordable, but despite the fact, that now we're seeing more people, going to college, we still see, that the financial aid does not cover the entire package. It may just cover tuition, books, but it may not cover housing. So we still see, that documented students, are facing that extra burden, especially when you are outside the surrounding areas of the school that you're trying to attend. So this becomes, a real burden because you must have to be with parents. You have to become a commuter, in which, you are now facing another barrier, which is commuting, spending so much time going back and forth, which can prevent you from having the full experience of being in college. We know that many research has shown that in order to have the full experience of being in college, you only have to be academically active, but also socially active in other schools organizations. So this becomes, an extra burden, in which, we're trying, to advise institutions so they can try to create something that can ease this extra burden for undocumented students. And we recommend implementing an affordable housing option. This could be done, through an exchange of working hours, offering, low-cost housing for undocumented in exchange of working hours. In conclusion, what we really want you to go out, with, it's knowing the type of stressors that undocumented students are facing, especially, financial aid, housing, access to mental health services. We want you, to go out and push for this change. We need allies like you, to become, that person, that's going to be helping us from your position of power, to create change. And it's not a matter of sometimes, creating more resources, but rather finding those resources, because the resources are already there. It's about helping us navigate the system. Thank you.